10 secrets you miss in the Boss Baby 2 trailer. The Boss Baby 2 Family Business. The long-awaited sequel of one of the most successful and loved animated movies of this decade, The Boss Baby, is coming to our screens very, very soon, guys. It's not a surprise that people love the first movie so much. It was definitely the best animated movie of its year, mainly because of its original, great character development, and incredibly funny plot. How can we forget the cute and funny Boss Baby slap, and his stack of bills hidden behind his diaper? The Boss Baby tells the story of Tim Templeton, a normal kid who is having the best time of his life as a kid, playing with toys until an unexpected person rings on the door of their house. A baby wearing a business suit, whom their parents adopt and make him Tim's little brother. One night, after listening a weird sound in the baby's room, he catches him talking like a man, and here's where the movie starts. The Boss Baby makes him suck on a pacifier that transports him to the BabyCorp headquarters, where Baby Boss works, a company that strives to preserve baby love everywhere, but they have a problem: Puppy Co., another company that does the same exact thing, but with puppies. Boss Baby is set on a mission to stop Puppy Co. from achieving their goal. They both work together to achieve this and become really good brothers on the process. The movie was an incredible success internationally and the reception was gigantic, and because of this, DreamWorks is making another movie, The Boss Baby 2 Family Business, and from the trailer we can already see that it's gonna be a great movie, probably even better than the first one, not gonna lie. But there is many things in the Boss Baby 2 trailer that you probably missed. You definitely overlooked many hidden secrets and details in the trailer that reveal more things than you saw on the surface. Secrets that you have to see with a microscope to actually pick up on, like your boy DJ does. You know how I do it. So without further ado, let's get straight into the secrets you missed in the Boss Baby 2 Family Business trailer. Let's go. If you've seen the first Baby Boss movie, you would remember that at the end of the movie, when it shows that both brothers grow up and live independent lives as adults, we see a scene where Tim's little daughter asks her Boss Baby Uncle Ted to buy him a horse, to which he responds with his famous money throw and tells her to go buy one. Now, this scene doesn't seem to mean anything else if you haven't seen the second movie's trailer in complete depth, but if we move to the trailer of the Boss Baby 2 right in the scene where the Boss Baby is landing in Tim's house with a helicopter and shakes the whole house, if we stop it right in the second 32 of the video and we look behind this woman right here, we can see a small horse coming out of his toy house castle. This is a clear reference to the end of the movie, and we can actually see from this scene that the Boss Baby ended up buying the horse for Tim's daughter for real. And actually, this horse that Uncle Ted bought for Tim's daughter will be appearing in many important scenes throughout the movie, so it's not only going to be there in that scene, they're going to be using this horse a lot in the movie. In the second 53 of the first Boss Baby 2 trailer, Tim's daughter starts talking while Tim and Ted are fighting in front of her. They're both absolutely shocked, and then she kicks two pacifiers at their mouths, and then they're transported into the BabyCorp headquarters once again. And if you look at this casually without giving the trailer too much heed, you don't see a very interesting part, but you came to this video to see the interesting part, so listen carefully, my boys, and that is their entrance. If you look closely on the way Ted enters the BabyCorp headquarters with his fist on the floor, this is not a coincidence. This is the same way he entered the headquarters in the first movie, like a boss. Look at that. But on the other hand, if we look at poor Tim, he slams his head against the floor just as he did in the first movie when he fell on his back. This entrance is a clear reference to the first movie, showing us that both brothers still have the same traits even as grown-ups, and that Ted is still cooler than Tim in every aspect of life. Poor Tim. In the beginning of the first trailer, when the camera zooms into the box and we see a toy jumping out of the box, telling the story of how the two brothers eventually parted ways as adults, we can see that this is not a typical toy, guys. It's a wizard toy. Does this have any other meaning besides the one that we clearly see, Jay? Well, it does if you've seen the first movie, obviously. In the first movie, when Tim is sleeping, if we look right beside Tim's bed, we see the same exact toy wizard standing on top of the clock as the alarm toy, waking up Tim in the morning. This toy's name is Wizzy, and he's voiced by the same person as the first one, James McGrath, and it's the same toy who now has a life and tells us the story of how the two brothers lived a good life as babies and eventually parted ways as adults, finally to be reunited again for another mission in the beginning of the movie. We can also theorize from this part of the trailer that Wizzy will be the narrator of the movie, telling us things in third person, and believe it or not, he will actually have an important role narrating the stories of both characters in the second movie. Tim's daughter will be a key character in the movie. We know this from the get-go when the daughter starts speaking and automatically becomes the boss of the house and captain of the mission to fight the villain who teaches babies how to be naughty. This is clear from the beginning, but her name is Tim Templeton, and from the beginning we know that she's not a typical baby. She's actually an infiltrated agent on BabyCorp, just like the baby boss was. But there is two interesting things that you didn't pick up on regarding Tim's daughter. The first one is that in the last part of the first movie, when Tim's daughter Tabitha Templeton looks at her sister Tina in the incubator, she's blonde and she has blue eyes, whereas in the second movie, Tina has brown hair and she has green eyes. And the second interesting thing that you probably didn't pick up on when it comes to Tina is that her sister knows that she's a BabyCorp agent the whole time since the day she was born, before Ted and Tim even find out at that table. We know this because right at the end of the first movie, she winks at her sister, implying that she's a secret agent and not to tell her parents that she was. Why do you think she never said it, guys? Also, in the beginning of the first trailer, when Tim's daughter Tabitha asks her dad if Uncle Ted is coming for Christmas and Tim says that sometimes brothers grow apart, the scene changes to another shot and the camera zooms into a picture of the two brothers having fun. Now, if you've watched the first movie and still remember most of the scenes, you would actually remember this iconic scene from the first movie, when they're both having fun and they're trying out some sunglasses and see themselves in the mirror, doing dances and laughing with each other. This scene was so iconic in the first movie and a representation of how close both brothers were getting with every experience that the directors ended up paying homage to this moment in the second movie, to remember the closeness and fun they had with each other, just to have a glimpse of the good old days that we all shared with them, you know? In the scene of the Boss Baby 2 trailer, when Tina Templeton, Tim's daughter, kicks the pacifier at their mouths and tells them that she is also a BabyCorp agent and part of the family business, she automatically transports them to the BabyCorp headquarters like Baby Boss did in the first movie, by sucking on the pacifier. And here's where she tells them that they've made a new formula to make adults turn into babies, and then she proceeds to give them a bottle of the new BabyCorp formula. When they drink it, they start transforming into babies, but an interesting thing here is the way the Boss Baby, or Uncle Ted, transforms into a baby again. Ted is always a funny character in everything he does, honestly. In the transforming process, the head of Ted shrinks into the size of a pea, but the body stays the same, given a funny image. This is actually a very similar scene to a scene in the movie Beetlejuice of 1988, when Beetlejuice is in the hotel and his head starts shrinking slowly, but his body stays the same. If we compare both scenes, they look exactly the same. Even the voice change is identical. In the minute 147 of the first Baby Boss 2 trailer, when the two brothers drink the formula and become babies again, they both wear sailor suits to go undercover and defeat the villain who makes babies become naughty. Now, let's split this scene into two parts of secrets because it's important. The first one is that they wore the same exact sailor suit in the first movie when Tim puts the sailor suit on the Baby Boss to take a brotherly picture together and makes fun of him. But Tim ends up getting the same sailor suit by their parents. And this is where the iconic photo of them laughing together with the sailor suits comes from, which also comes up in the second movie trailer. It's a repetition of the scene in the first movie. But that's not all, guys. If we look at the scene of the trailer, when the box they fall into falls to the floor and they get out, Boss Baby is wearing the sailor suit completely upside down. Just like in the first movie when Tim tried to put the suit on him, but he put it upside down and ran around the hallway tripping over everything on his way. It's a reference to the first movie, just like everything in the second trailer, to be honest. This Baby Boss 2 family business movie is full of references to the first movie, for real. In the minute 107 of the trailer, Tina Templeton shocks both guys by talking when they're arguing in front of her. First off, Ted, you shouldn't be impressed because you did the same thing back in the day when you were the infiltrated guy. So you're not the right one to be impressed here, to be honest. But when she breaks down the news that she's also in the family business, meaning that she's a BabyCorp agent, she calls them boomers. Boomers, for those who don't know what it is a generation that was born between 1946 and 1964. And the term has become famous as a way to say that a person doesn't know how to use technology in the modern world. Now, contrary to the saying, Ted and Tim are really boomers because the first movie is set in the 70s, and since Tim is 7.5 years old in the movie, that would mean that he was born in 1963, being a certified boomer. In this case, Tina Templeton, Tim's daughter, would be from the Generation Z. Right exactly in the beginning of the trailer, right before Wizzy comes out of the box and starts narrating the whole story of both brothers, we see this toy over here, a green dinosaur, which if we just let the trailer go on for another second, we would see that Wizzy has it on his head. Well, if you've noticed, this dinosaur looks a lot like the toy Rex from Toy Story. Rex is a major character in the animated movie franchise Toy Story, and if you've seen Toy Story, he's a very funny character. Now, there are many options as to why DreamWorks decided to put an identical dinosaur toy to Rex of Toy Story in the beginning beginning of the trailer, but I think this is an Easter egg making somewhat of a reference to the Toy Story movie, because they could have gone for so many other colors and designs, but this one right here, come on, it looks exactly like Rex from Toy Story, there's no way. The Boss Baby 2 tells the story of Tim and Ted living their lives as adults now, parting ways and living their own lives as adults. But in an unexpected moment, when Ted and Tim are talking an argument about money, Tim's daughter, Tina, starts sucking. She kicks 2 pacifiers at them, they're transported into the BabyCorp headquarters again, and then she tells them about the new mission. They have to take down a villain that's making kids be naughty with their parents. As in the first movie, the second one is full of adventures with both guys and really important life lessons that will bring them together even more. You're gonna be able to enjoy The Boss Baby 2 on July the 2nd of 2021, i.e. this year. Don't forget to bring the popcorn, guys, because this movie is looking really, really good. I think it's gonna be even better than the first one, to be honest. And well, that's pretty much all the dose of DJ you get for today, guys. I really hope you liked this video, and the secrets you definitely, well, not definitely, but you probably missed in the Baby Boss 2 trailer. You definitely missed the references to the first movie, guys. Come on, don't lie to me. I love you guys. If you liked the video, don't forget to drop a big thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one, guys. Peace!